Common money traps you must seriously avoid that keeps people poor and struggling if you want to build wealth and achieve financial independence. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Obed, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 6 common money traps that keeps the poor and the middle class always struggling and never really able to achieve financial independence. If you intend to be financially free someday, then you really need to avoid these money traps as they will delay and ultimately deny your financial goals. So let's dive in. Number one is get rich quick schemes. You see, there are many schemes disguising as investing opportunities that promise you very quick returns and very high returns on your investments. These are actually not investment opportunities, but rather they are carefully planned to rip you off your hard-earned money. These schemes are usually with fancy names and very big promises, promising you things like being able to double your money in a few weeks or even a few months. But immediately you put your money in there, the money is as good as gone. There are also some persons who present themselves as experts in highly volatile and highly risky things like forex trading and crypto trading. These things have made a few persons rich, but they have also made much more people poor because of lack of expertise and discipline. Some of these opportunities like forex trading, for example, require a lot of expertise and knowledge before anyone can beat the market, and it's almost even impossible to beat the market or do that consistently. But these persons promise you very high returns and give you even some testimonials about some persons that they have done it for, thereby making you part with your money, and of course within a short time your money is gone. You see, success with investing requires a lot of knowledge in what you are investing in. It requires also patience, discipline, and of course sound financial planning. If these things are not involved in the opportunity being presented to you, you are most likely going to be losing your money. You see, the first rule of investing according to Warren Buffett is never lose money, and the second rule of investing is never forget the first rule. If you keep investing your money in this kind of schemes, you will keep losing your money and going back to square one. The thing about get rich quick schemes is that you are eventually going to have to stop. But if you fail to heed this advice, you are still going to learn. But unfortunately, you will learn the hard way, and hopefully you are going to recover from the loss you will incur. That thing that makes you feel like you can quickly double money is greed, and you need to kill it because it's a trap that will keep you always struggling financially after having lost a lot of money. Number two is the desire to impress people. In this era of social media sensationalism and looking perfect for the gram, there is that tendency to want to buy a lot of things to impress people that do not care or that do not even matter. People also trying to impress you. You can become trapped in the desire to impress people by buying a lot of things that you feel will make you stand out or feel among. You see, that desire to impress people, meet up with societal standards, that desire can make you begin to spend money you do not have to buy things like expensive gadgets, flashy clothes and shoes, bags, expensive cars, go on expensive vacations to stand out and also feel among. Some people can even go to the extent of borrowing money in order to sponsor some of these lifestyles that are unsustainable. Some of the things you buy, you necessarily even do not need. You see that desire to impress people and meet up with the Joneses. That desire is a trap, and until you extricate yourself from that desire, you are always going to remain in the rat race of struggling financially. Number three is excessive borrowing and debt. You see, one of the worst things that can happen to anyone's financial future is debt, especially consumer debt. That is debt borrowed to spend on regular lifestyle expenses. Debt will keep you poor and always struggling. There are a lot of persons that have put themselves in a very dire financial situation because of the amount of money they have borrowed. The Bible said that the borrower is servant to the lender. That is what debt does to you. In this age, there are even many financial instruments that are instruments of debt, such as buy now, pay later, and pay small small on installments. This kind of offers, they give you the illusion that you can afford what actually you can't afford, simply because of the little amount of money you have to pay upfront before you get the product. But this way, you end up paying so much more than you would have paid for, and even in debt and interest on these loans. These are things that keep people struggling financially. The only things you should buy with this kind of offers are assets, things that actually go up in value rather than liabilities that depreciate as you buy them, or you even have to spend money to own and maintain them. Beware of debt. It becomes a habit. When you get addicted to it, you always borrow money to meet up with this expensive and unsustainable lifestyle, and then keep on borrowing and paying off and borrowing and paying off. It becomes a cycle of always borrowing and paying off debt, and never really able to come out of that rat race, let alone begin to actually accumulate wealth and pursue financial independence. The fourth trap is saving without an investment goal. You see, savings is a very good money management skill to have, but saving without a goal is as good as not saving at all, because you will end up wasting all that money. There are three main reasons for savings. Number one is for emergencies. That is your emergency fund, money that you actually use in cases of emergencies. Number two is saving for a specific project. That is, you're saving money to buy a car, maybe to buy a house, or you're saving money for your rent. That way, you know that if you touch this money, you've touched your rent. And then the third reason is you're saving money for an investment. That means you're putting this money together and leaving it until it gets to a certain amount. You can now take that money and invest it in something profitable that will be bringing you returns. That is passive income. That is actually the best reason to save. That means you're saving to invest. You don't save money for saving's sake without a reason. Savings is not an investment. That cash in your savings account, as it is there right now, number one, it is already depreciating due to inflation. And then secondly, you are eventually going to spend that money on anything at all. You will just find an excuse, a reason to spend all that money that you have saved, if you didn't have a reason to save it in the first place. It will be as though you just kept that money for a while for spending at a later date, which does not help your financial journey. That means you are saving to spend rather than saving to invest. You save money to invest money. Savings is not for spending, rather it is for investing. The fifth trap is not investing. One of the worst traps that the poor and middle class find themselves is convincing themselves that investing is for rich people and not for them. Not knowing that investing is a financial tool that can pull them out of financial lack and poverty. You see, investing is like planting a tree, a money tree. This tree then germinates, grows, and of course with watering, it grows and eventually begins to bear fruits, which are financial fruits. They usually give themselves the excuse that they don't have a lot of money to invest, that until they have money, they cannot invest. And this mindset is stifling their financial growth. You see, anything that prevents you from investing is delaying your financial prosperity. They usually give excuses like they don't have enough money or they don't know what and how to invest. And these are just excuses because you see, there are different types of investment opportunities. There are opportunities that require huge capital to start, but there are also opportunities such as the stock market that requires very little, as much as $1, which is like 1,000 naira, to start investing. And then you can invest that little amount or more regularly. Then over time, this money accumulates, and with the power of compound interest, can grow into something really huge that can help you attain financial independence. So the excuse of not having enough money is not true, because you can actually start with as little as $1. And the excuse of not knowing what to invest in or how to invest can be solved by financial education, which is also one of the purposes of this YouTube channel and why you are watching these videos. You see, the decision to start investing is like one of the best decisions you can make for your financial destiny this year. It is one that you are definitely going to celebrate in the coming years. Number six is not having an emergency fund. Life happens and we don't pray to have emergencies. However, we can prepare and plan towards them. When these things happen, they have the tendency to negatively alter our life's trajectories if they are not handled. We are talking about things like sudden health challenges, sudden loss of job, sudden car issues, or a major repair that you need to do. For example, a few months ago, I lost my mobile phone and I had to quickly get another one. I was just wondering, if I didn't have the money to get another one, how it would have affected my work and productivity. These emergencies may not be life threatening or destiny defining, but they can quickly become life threatening or even bankrupting if they are not quickly sorted out. As you begin to build wealth, you need to have an emergency fund. It's usually, people say, having 3 to 6 months of your monthly living expenses saved up in an account that is easily accessible, so that in cases of a financial emergency, you can quickly reach out and use it to sort out yourself. Having an emergency fund is extremely vital, because there is this peace of mind it gives you when you know that if anything happens unplanned, there is money somewhere that you can use to sort it out. It frees you up to have the mental strength to focus on what exactly it is you are doing, making money, your career, your business, or your calling. Another thing with having an emergency fund is that if you have investment and you do not have an emergency fund, if financial emergencies occur, you are going to be forced to touch your business or investment capital, thereby eating up your investment capital or even the potential gains. And the thing with investments is that you need to put that money there, give it time and not touch it, so that it will grow and do its magic. If you prematurely liquidate or touch your investment, you are not only going to lose the potential interest, you could also run into loss even with your investment capital. So an emergency fund gives you that cushion, so that even if you have financial emergencies and eventualities, you can sort it out before ever thinking of liquidating or touching your investment capital, thereby giving it time to grow and multiply with the power of compound interest. That is it on the 6 major money traps. Please do subscribe to this channel for more on money management and wealth creation. See you in the next video.